You're watching Into Vietnam. I'm Tô Anh. In this program, we'll bring you comprehensive news about Vietnam's economy throughout the day, following our headlines on Thursday. Vietnam's credit growth in 2011 rose by roughly 11%. State capital from Jetstar Pacific will be managed by Vietnam Airlines. And seafood export of the country will target to Asian markets this year. Data from the State Bank of Vietnam showed that average interbank interest rate for 12 months term on Monday plunged to 13% per annum, the lowest level since November last year. Specifically, average rates for several terms declined nearly 1% compared to the previous trading day. Meanwhile, the overnight interbank interest rate increased by 0.1% to stand at 15.18% per annum. The average interest rate for 3-month term remained unchanged at 11% per annum. Data from the State Bank of Vietnam, or SBV, showed that credit growth of the whole banking system last year were estimated to climb by roughly 11% from 2010, while the total deposits surged by roughly 10% on year. More details in the following news.
Total outstanding loans of the country's banking system were estimated to rise by 10.9% from the end of 2010, while total deposits surged by 9.89% compared with a year earlier. So credit growth rate last year of the country was much lower than the government's revised targets of 15 to 16%, making it the lowest level ever in history of the country's banking system. Down deposits interest rates last year mostly hovered around 3 to 6% per annum for 1-month terms and 14% per annum for other terms. Meanwhile, lending interest rates was at 15.17% per annum for agricultural producers and exporters, 22 to 25% for non-production, and 17 to 20% for other sectors. On the other hand, dollar deposits interest rates ranged at 2% for individuals and 0.5% for institutions. Its lending interest rates were mostly 6 to 7.5% for short-term and to 8% for medium and long-term loans.
Following is update news about domestic gold price and US dollar exchange rate.
Price of gold on Thursday exceeded 44 million dong per total after it rose by 350,000 dong. It is said that the weakening of the US dollar turned the eyes of investors into gold. Local gold premium remained at 1.5 million dong per total. SJC gold was traded at 43.8 million dong per total for buying and 24.13 million dong per total for selling. On the forex market, banks adjusted down the dollar base to between 20,810 dong and 21,900 dong. At the same time, the dollar as ranged between 20,830 dong and 21,036 dong. The weakening is attributed to rising demand for Vietnam dong and high remittance inflow into the country ahead of the Lunar New Year. On the unofficial market, the greenback price lost 21,000 dong per dollar threshold. One US dollar here was bought at 20,940 dong and sold at 20,980 dong.
We now move on to securities news. Vietnamese stock continued to climb on Thursday. Investors continued combing shares on growing belief on sustained uptrend.
On Ho Chi Minh Stock Exchange, VN Index added 10.77 points, equaling 2.97% to end at 373.43. Liquidity rose 27% from a day earlier to 23 million shares and fund certificates, totaling 336 billion dong. The brand was positive when 207 stocks advanced 54 tumbled. Risk appetite strengthened after the sustainability of the ongoing rally was tested. The banks had placed orders at high prices across the board. On Hanoi Stock Exchange, HNX Index rose to the high in 3 weeks after rising by 1.19 points or 2.08% to 58.61. Trading volume was up 45% to 22 million shares worth 162 billion dong. The market rate was positive with 204 rally stocks, 41 tumbled ones. Foreign investors continued to net buy on two national exchanges. The net buying value was 40.5 billion dong on the primary bourse, while it was 2.4 billion dong on the northern bourse.
The Jetstar Pacific's management board has recently held a meeting on transferring the state capital, which was managed by the State Capital Investment Corporation, or SCIC, to Vietnam Airlines. The deal is expected to complete before February 15. The transfer is expected to have positive impact for Jetstar Pacific, as it will be managed by a professional agency and entirely accessible to many services of Vietnam Airlines, like maintenance service or HR training. The deal is believed not to affect the carrier's competitiveness, as each carrier has different customer target group and different development strategies. Following is some foreign trade news.
The Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers said this year the country will target its major export markets to Asian nations, including China, Japan, and South Korea. With good advantages in terms of geographical characteristics, good liquidity, and higher consumption demand from Asian markets, the local enterprises will shift to these potential markets. The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has set the targets for this year, in which total seafood export revenue will bring around $6.5 billion. Of this, roughly $2 billion will be from charfish and $2.5 from shrimp. Data from the General Department of Vietnam Customs show that charfish export revenue of the country in 2011 shows 26.5% on year to $1.8 billion. About 600,000 tons of this fish were shipped to over 130 countries and territories worldwide. The volume showed a year-on-year increase of only 3%. The rapid growth in export value was attributed to a gradual increase in prices of this commodity during the previous years. The U.S. continued to be the largest importer of Vietnam charfish with $331.6 billion, up 88% on year.
IFC, a member of World Bank Group, will provide Techcombank a $20 million loan to finance local agricultural commodity producers and traders. The loan is under the agreement to expand financing to local agribusinesses in Vietnam, set by the two sides on Wednesday. Particularly, small and medium enterprises could then get credits by using their commodities deposited in warehouses as security for the loans. In addition to the loan, IFC will also provide advisory services to Techcombank on warehouse management and other fields. That's concluded our program. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you next time.